Alright, you dirty little nuggets, it's time to have a look at the trailer for State of Decay 2. And you will love my very hyped up, excited reactions to trailers, so I'm doing one of those patented things. There's a zombie that looks a bit like me in the morning, and there are some zombies that don't look like me. They certainly look like State of Decay zombies, if you ever played the original State of Decay. Oh, they're talking. Good question. Probably. I mean, I always survived by just driving my car into lots of zombies. But that's just me. I really like the first State of Decay. It's got its fans, and it's got its critics as a series. That's a nice little tune. That'll get me a copyright strike. Which is bad for me because I do a lot less monetized content now. A lot of it's focused to the Patreon stuff. But enough about me, let's talk about the trailer. It sure as shit looks like State of Decay. There's no denying that. As usual, I've given up trying to let them talk. I'll talk over them. If you want to hear the people in the game natter, they're probably saying more interesting things than me, then watch the original trailer. It's over on Microsoft's channel. Incidentally, this is the first Microsoft Game Studios game, the first Xbox One game that I've been interested in for bloody ages. And very much like Super Lucky's Tale, it's not a great one to show off the power, the capabilities of the Xbox One X, which is still more or less relying on some better-looking third-party games to look good, you know. It's also funny about racing to be the most popular console on the market is something like this will probably do really well, and it doesn't need the most popular, the most powerful console at all, because it doesn't look all that great. And that's fine, that doesn't matter. State of Decay has always been a series, that one definitely looks more like me. Anyway, it's never been a series that sold itself on big high-end graphics. It doesn't look fantastic, but it's got really nice zombie design. The survival gameplay is really good. Oh, hello again. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the big one, because it really does look like me in the morning. But anyway, how will you survive? You will probably have to make a little base and get lots of friends, which you can switch to, and keep morale up, all of that stuff. Yeah, again, like, games play best on Xbox One, they say, but what's the point of boasting that when you've got a game that looks like State of Decay 2, which, again, I think will be quite good. I wasn't fond of the re-release they did. I felt that was a bit slapdash. Hopefully the effort's going into this one. But the first one, as I said, didn't look all that fantastic, but the gameplay was really good. I loved the way it was designed, the idea of building a base of operations and striking out from it, and surviving and trying to keep your character alive, and if that character dies, someone else will take up the mantle, and you can switch between different players because they get tired and need to come back and heal and rest up, and then you switch to someone else and they've all got different stats and stuff. Was a big fan of that. It kept me absorbed, it kept me immersed, to use an industry buzzword, for quite some time. And I'm looking forward to having something like that on the Xbox One, because like I said, this is the first Microsoft Xbox One game that I've given a shit about for bloody ever. The last game I played on the Xbox One X was the aforementioned Super Lucky's Tale, which was, well, it was Super fucking Lucky's Tale. This is not Super Lucky's Tale. This might actually be really interesting. The Super Lucky's Tale was alright, it just wasn't very interesting. But State of Decay 2, I'm looking forward to it. And there aren't a lot of games outside of smaller indie titles these days that I'm actually looking forward to. I'm talking a bit more about that in the Jimquisitions to come. Sort of disillusionment with the more mainstream side of games, in a big way. But stuff like this at least keeps me hanging around like some sort of twisted revenant. So I'll be doubtless playing this one when it comes out, and you get much impressions of that. But for right now, it just looks a lot like State of Decay, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, because it was a decent game. But we'll see if Microsoft has mandated any business practices in it that I won't be fond of. Fingers crossed, the game's just allowed to be a game, because that'd be nice, for once.